So I just finished my class for grad school and it was tough. I was proud of the end product, but I'd be kidding myself if I said I wasn't surprised by how difficult it was this time around. And what really surprised me about this is that I've been to this grad school earlier, pre-pandemic, and I thought that it would be easier. That was like 3 years ago, last time I went, and since then I've taught a lot more classes, read a lot more books, written many more papers, monetized a YouTube channel. And I didn't feel like this class was any more difficult than my previous classes, but something about it was challenging. The more I reflected on this, the more I realized that when I went to grad school, when I was physically in the place where grad school was, this mountain out in New England, all I had to do was laundry and learn. I spent my free time going on hikes with fellow English students, listening to lectures, being in a theatrical production, working out. All my meals were taken care of. I didn't really have any requirements for my normal job as a teacher. I was just there to learn. This time around, with the pandemic, I was doing grad school online. And with that, I had all sorts of other requirements. You know, being at home with a family that has a small toddler, there's a lot of diapers to change and dishes to do and a house to take care of, and you get the point, the necessities of everyday life. And I was just struck by what a difference these environments made in my learning process. And as I am preparing to get back into the classroom as a teacher with the upcoming school year, that word keeps jumping out at me, environment. The environment of being in the physical location or the environment of being online made such a big difference in my learning process. And I don't think it's as much in person and online, although that's obviously a conversation to have as well. I think it's incredibly crucial that teachers remember that students come from different environments. When I assign a paper to 30 students, the assignment is the same for everyone, but where those students come from, that's all different. That's 30 different environments. I teach high schoolers. Some of those high schoolers are working jobs to support their families. Some of them are caring for a younger sibling when they get home or an older relative. Some of them are involved in sports. Some of them might be going through some real personal struggles of loss. Some of them might be having a great day, and it can change that environment constantly. So I think as teachers, it's crucial that we remember environment. It's crucial that we give our students grace, knowing that they come from different environments. I think all of us as teachers want to be thought of as teachers of a class that is rigorous. We want students to be challenged and to learn, and that's so important. But oftentimes, with all the factors that go into a classroom, you have to decide, am I going to sacrifice some of the rigor of this class for this student, or am I going to sacrifice this student for the rigor of the class? And for those of you that are students, know that your teachers don't always know what's going on in your life, and that's okay. You don't have to tell them. That's your personal business. If you feel comfortable with the person, absolutely, you can share if something's going on and something's a challenge. But sometimes just telling a teacher that you are going through something, even if you don't specify what it is, can make a big difference, because we as teachers don't understand all the different environments in our classroom. We might to an extent, but certainly not everything and how it changes. And when that trust is there, you realize that what's going on in your personal life is a valid excuse for a little lapse in your education. An excuse for your teacher, an excuse for yourself. You don't always have to get an A or a B or a C sometimes. In fact, we often learn a lot more about life from the classes that we struggle in than the classes we succeed in. As a teacher, I'm very grateful that I struggled in some classes along the way to become a teacher. I don't know how I would teach students if I'd never experienced those struggles. That's where I lean on to try and improve their educational experience. So if you're getting ready to begin this school year or you're already in it, whether you're a teacher or a student, think of environment and how that plays into education to make the classroom a safe and friendly environment, but to know that some factors as teachers and students are outside of our control. We just have to do the best we can.